Good morning, friends. It's me, Miss Christie from the Northside Library, but I'm here today for our story time live at Discovery Garden. As you can see, everything around me, and I'm with one of my best friends, Miss Maryjo, this morning.
Good morning, Miss Christie.
Good morning, and as you guys can see, we are doing our social distancing today. But we are going to have a good time today. I hope everybody had a good weekend. This is our first week of Bookworm.
Bookworm is so wonderful. I'm already logging my hours.
Are you good?
Yes.
Good. As a matter of fact, some of the ones that are watching our story times can use that for their time of reading.
That's a good plan.
So just to get that out there to you guys. But I did some fun things this week.
Tell me about it.
Well, of course, I had my story time on Monday for Wiggle Worms at 11. And then the other day, I got to see all the new books that you guys are going to get for prizes. For Bookworm.
People get books for Bookworm?
Yes.
Oh, boy, am I glad I'm in Bookworm.
And I got to see them and see all the titles and kind of look through them and read them. And you guys are getting some really nice stuff this year. But what do you think we should do today?
I think I know a story about brothers. And also pigs. Now, Miss Christie, you tell a lot of stories. Do you know any stories about pigs?
I do.
You do?
I do.
That's because you're a librarian and you know stuff. You know stuff.
Well, I try. But I do know one of brothers. Is that the one that you're thinking about today?
When I tell the story, you see if it's the same one you're thinking about.
I'll keep it to myself right now.
Okay.
But I do have a story I wanted to share.
Oh, what's it about?
It is about a detective dog.
A dog who is a detective.
He is a detective, and he's looking for a big, bad wolf.
Oh, Miss Christie, you won't believe this. There's a big bad wolf in my story today.
Uh-oh. It must be Wolf Day.
It must be Wolf Day. Woo-hoo.
So I'm going to start my story here, and then we'll hear your story.
All right.
So it's called Where's the Big Bad Wolf by Elaine Crystal Lowe, if I can get that out. But at the beginning here, you'll see there's pictures of a wolf, and he's wanted. He is wanted for egg snatching, barnyard mischief. He's a bad wolf. As you can see, all of his little pictures there. So this is the police detective Doggedy. Just call me Doggedy, he says. I catch low down, no good, chicken chasing, poaching rascal. It's an easy job because there's only one no good rascal in this town. Only one. That's the big bad wolf. Can you see him right there? Each time I catch the scoundrel, he promises and promises and promises. He will be good forever. From now on, each time, I hope it's true. But that wolf just can't stay out of trouble. He's always in trouble. Late one night, I'm driving down the road when out of nowhere, a big gust of wind, huff and puffs. Suddenly, straw is flying everywhere. It's so thick I can't see 2 feet ahead. I stop my car. Look at all that straw that's flying around. There's one last puff and the straw settles. I jump out of my car. Eek, eek, eek. Sounds like pigs in distress. Must be that pesky wolf up to his old tricks. I click on my flashlight. Do I find the wolf? Nope. I find a sheep pulling 3 little pigs from a pile of straw. What's going on, I guess? Who are you? I'm Esmeralda, says the sheep. Good thing I happened to walk by just in time to rescue these little piggies. Just then, the lights go on across the road. 2 elderly cows charge out in front of the door. We warned those foolish pigs, they bellowed, but would they listen to a bunch of old cows? Nope. They listened to that silly sheep and they built a flimsy straw house. And look what happened. A tornado blew it down. Oh my, look at that. Tornado, I say? More likely it was that good-for-nothing, huff-puffing bag of wind, the big bad wolf, who blew your house down. He's well known for such mischief. That's right, shouted the cows. He's probably hiding in these bushes. Oh, no, shrieked Esmeralda. Wolves are so scary. I'm getting out of here. The sheep hightails it out of there fast as greased lightning. The rest of us searched through the bushes for that no count pig poaching wolf. But it looks like he got away. You'd better find him, Doggedy. The cows. You look after the piggies, I say. I'll catch the scoundrel if it takes all night. He's going to look for that wolf, and it'll probably take all night to find him. I finally find the wolf at home. There he is. Whatever is it? I didn't do it, he groans. I've been much too sick with the flu-like symptoms. Unlikely story, I say, considering your pig poaching past. But I have to admit the wolf doesn't look like he could blow out a birthday candle, much less a flimsy straw house. I'm being framed, the wolf wheezed. There must be another wolf trying to poach on my territory. If there's another wolf around here, my mother's poodle, I growled. Something's funny is going on. I just can't quite put my paw on what it is.
I'm curious.
Me too. The next morning, I snoop around looking for another wolf. That crazy sheep Esmeralda is giving the three little pigs more house building advice. Build a stick house, she says. It's so easy. Easy but flimsy, warned the cows. Easy sounds good, says the pigs. Just plain foolish, grumbled the cows. Where did that daffy sheep come from anyway? Beats me, I say, although she looks kind of familiar. By late evening, the little pigs are fast asleep in their new stick house. I parked my car behind the bush and wait. It's mighty flimsy house, I muttered to myself. That windbag wolf might blow it down with one huff and puff. But this time, I'll nab him. Esmeralda is out for a walk. Otherwise, the street is quiet. I sure could use a nap. There she is, sheep walking. Huff and puff. Thump and crash. I suddenly wake up. Sticks are flying, pigs are squealing. Eat, eat, eat. Look at all those sticks. Pigs in distress, I gasp. It's the wolf. I jump out of my car. I click on my flashlight. Look at all those sticks flying around. And there's Esmeralda. Hi, she says. Luckily, I was walking by again, just in time to rescue these tender little piggies. Where's that wolf? I growl. Just then the elderly cows race outside. Enough is enough, they cry. With all this huffing and puffing and crushing and thumping, we can't get any sleep. It's time these foolish pigs learned a thing or two. They marched the little pigs inside. They put the pigs to bed and read them a well-known bedtime story. I like to hang around and listen, but I need to find that huff-puffing wolf. I search all over. I finally find him in the hospital. Don't think you can hide here, I snarl. Doggedy, says the nurse. Leave this poor wolf alone. He came in this morning with Mistress Flu-like symptoms. Most likely, he'll be here for days. There's something strange going on. I just can't quite put my paw on what it is. The next day, I snoop around again. The little pigs are building a new house with bricks. No, 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 groans Esmeralda. Build with a cardboard. Make a cardboard house. It's so much easier. Easy to build, easy to blow down, says the little pigs. Yeah. After many days of hard work, the little pigs move into their new brick house. The big bad wolf can't blow this house down, says the elderly cows, but I'm not sure he won't try. That night, after the pigs are in bed, I park my car behind some bushes and wait. The elderly cows bring out tea and cookies and wait with me. Pretty soon we hear huff and puff and gasp, huff and gasp, crash, ouch, huff, pant, bang, ouch, gasp, pant. The wolf, I growled, let's get him. Bellow the cows, we jumped out of the car. We click our flashlights on and raced across the road. What do we find? What do you think we're going to find?
A mess.
The little pigs in their house are safe and sound, but there's no wolf. Where's that wolf? Bellow the cows. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure wearing a red skirt right there, running down the road. It looks like Esmeralda. There's something strange going on, I say, and I'm going to find out what it is. I chase down the road after Esmeralda. I'm about to pass the hospital when I catch sight of her red skirt disappearing through a window. I screech to a halt and follow. You'll never guess who I find. There she is in the window. Esmeralda. Let's see. The big bad wolf. He's gasping and wheezing and groaning and moaning. I can't imagine what happened, says the nurse. He's all huffed and puffed out. That's when I put two and two together. This no good, pig poaching, huffy puffy wolf in sheep's clothing is under arrest, I growl. He is Esmeralda, isn't he? The big bad wolf has to spend a few sorry days in jail. When I let him out, he promises and promises and promises he will be good forever. This time, I really hope he learned his lesson. The end. So did you know it was the wolf?
No, I did not know. So Esmeralda was disguising herself as a sheep, but it really was the wolf in disguise. It was the
big bad wolf.
That is a funny ending. I did not expect.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that story because I thought it was adorable.
What fun! I've never heard that story before.
I love it. I love it.
Maybe you'll let me borrow it.
Sure. Anytime.
You know, that's what librarians do, I think.
That's right.
They lend books.
That's right.
Thank you.
So, how about your story?
Oh, have I got a story today? It's about three brothers.
Three brothers.
And here's one of the brothers. As you can see, it is a pig.
Uh-huh.
And here's a funny little poem about him. There was a young pig who in bed nightly slumbered with eggs on his head. When the sun at its rise made him open his eyes, he enjoyed them for breakfast in bed.
Oh, I like that.
What a silly pig. He has eggs on his head. Who would think? Well, here's another one I bet you might know. 5.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. This little piggy went to market.
Uh-huh.
This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none. And this little piggy cried, wee, 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 all the way home. You know, sometimes grandmas play that game with babies' toes.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that, Miss
Yes.
Christy? You did?
Yes.
Yeah? Oh. Well, here's another little song. You might even recognize the tune. 5. 5 little pigs went out to play in the mud all that day. Squishy, squashy, squishy, squash. So much fun until the farmer took one away. Now there were 4 pigs. 4 little pigs rolled in the mud. Squishy, squashy, squishy, squashy. Felt so good. The farmer came and took one out. Oink, 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 said that pig out loud. What is the farmer doing with those pigs? 3 little pigs played in the mud. Squishy, squashy, squishy, squashy. So much fun. The farmer took one of them out. Oink, 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 that pig did shout. I still don't know where the farmer is taking the pigs.
I don't either.
2 little pigs went out to play in the mud all that day. The farmer took one out. Oink, 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 that pig did shout. I don't know where they are. 1 little pig went out to play in the mud all that day. The farmer and took him out. Oink, 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 that pig did shout. You know what was happening?
What was happening?
All the pigs were being given a bath.
Oh.
Because it was time to go to the fair.
Okay.
But no little pigs in the mud. They all looked so clean and ready for fun. The farmer turned his back and then... 5 little pigs rolled in the mud again. These silly pigs, I'll tell you what, you are such mischievous pigs. I think you must have lots of fun playing in the pen. Well, once upon a time, there were 3 pig brothers. One was the littlest brother. One was the medium brother. One was the tallest brother. And one day the pigs said to their mother, "Mother, it is time for us to go out and make our way in the world." Said the mother. "I think that is probably a good idea." So she said goodbye and she kissed each one. And off the brothers went to see what they could see in the world. Now, the first little pig built himself a house of straw because he was very little and he really didn't know how to build a house. So he got a big pile of straw and he piled it up high, and then he squirreled his way into the side center of it and was soon content. But soon something happened. A wolf who liked to eat little pigs smelled that piglet and knocked on that door and said, little pig, let me come in." "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin," said the pig. "I know you want to eat me. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." And he did. And the little pig ran away to the house of his brother, who had built his house out of sticks. And he was very happy living in his house of sticks. And he invited his younger brother, Miss Christie, to join him. So now both of the pigs were living in the house of sticks. Now the wolf was very excited because he smelled pigs and he wanted to eat them up. He came and he knocked on the door. Little pigs, let me come in." But they said, "No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." And he did. It was a terrible pile of sticks, and the wolf tried to eat them up. But the pigs ran to the house of their biggest brother, and his house was built of bricks. And in the house there was a Miss Christie, and in the chimney there was a fire. And over the fire was a giant kettle full of soup broth, and it was boiling away. The wolf came to the door and he said, little pigs, let me come in. No, said the pigs, not by the hair, chinny chin chins. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. And he tried. But nothing happened. He tried again. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. But nothing happened. And the pigs laughed and laughed and laughed. And that wolf got mad. He got very, very mad. And he said, I'll fix them. And he climbed to the top of the house. And he climbed onto the roof. And he climbed on top of the chimney. And he climbed down, down, down into the chimney. And when the biggest pig heard him coming, he lifted the lid off the pot. And the wolf fell straight into the soup broth. And he clapped the lid on and cooked that wolf. And that night, all three pig brothers had a feast. They enjoyed their wolf stew. And it was so much stew, they invited their mother to come over too. And that's what happened.
Wow.
If they're not gone, they're living in the brick house still. The end.
Wow.
Wasn't that a good story?
It was a good story.
I know the boys and girls know that story, and it's a lot of fun to tell it. So boys and girls, today you and your parents can tell that story to each other. You could even pretend to be one of the characters, like the pig or the wolf or the mother, and it would be really funny. Like, wouldn't it be funny if your dad pretended to be the mother? And if your baby brother or your baby sister could be the wolf? Now that could be funny. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, this has been such good fun for me, Miss Christy. I'm so happy to be with you this time, and I'll see you next Thursday at 11, I guess.
Okay. Sounds good.
Do you have any more messages for the boys and girls?
Just remember, on Monday at 11 o'clock, I'll be live for Wiggle Worms. So I hope you will join me.
I will tune in.
Okay, I appreciate it.
And we sing goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. We'll see each other soon. Chicka, chicka, boom, boom. Goodbye. Goodbye, Miss Christy.
Bye, Miss Maryjo.